Dan, thank you for the response. For those of you not in the know by now, we're having a discussion regarding government and the role of the social safety net. If you check out my last video, yes, my last video, the one previous to this, which would be the last video, you'll see a link to the conversation from Dan and where we're working from. Interesting thing is that Dan's up in the wintry wonderland of Connecticut, walking through the woods, and here I am in a nice warm office. And I'll get into the details of contrasting our lives and lifestyles. Maybe if the conversation takes us in that direction. But what we're trying to talk about is the fallacy or what dealing with this social safety net, and that is the provision that government provides by taking from others and giving to others. I think that what may be the case and the reason why a delusion or perhaps some falsehoods are established with the social safety net involves us forgetting, us as a group, forgetting that before government was kicking in, there were other elements, other charitable elements in place. There were other individual elements in place that simply don't exist any longer. Once the Veterans Administration, for example, once the VA started kicking in and some of those other systems started kicking in, just as an example, stuff like old soldiers' homes and places like that became the thing of the past. These privately funded places. So perhaps what may occur is we take a look at what happens now when Social Security or some other type of thing is used. We imagine that without that, there would simply be nothing. Now, Dan and myself believe in a voluntaristic society, and we know many charitable people. I'm not necessarily thumping my chest saying, well, I would kick in this and that and the other thing, but personally, I would. I don't like seeing people go hungry, and I don't have a problem with giving. So I believe there's an ignorance involved when people say, well, without the social safety net, people will, in present tense, die. Now, I think there would be some terrible adjustment if all of a sudden you wave this magic wand and you take away such things. I think there would be a terrible adjustment because the years upon years upon years of these other systems, these other private systems being in place are just gone now. And I think you would have to see those systems take that long to once again build back up. Now, industrial-wise, are there cases where a long time ago there were people who fell through the cracks and stuff? I think there were some genuinely terrible events that happened in the history. That whole 16 tons and owing your soul to the company store, man, that's some hardcore stuff. And I don't know. I don't think that fully has anything to do with what we're talking about. But I just wanted to throw my opinion on there of the theory that the reason why people have this glum look of the past is that they imagine without a system that it would just, people would just fall. Anyway, cheers, and anybody who's following this back and forth, this fun little discourse, I appreciate you watching, and we'll catch some more this week. Y'all take care.